For decades, cosmologists have confronted themselves with a single foundational law. They call it the cosmological principle. It is the idea that if you zoom out far enough past the stars, past the galaxies, past the local clusters, the universe is a perfectly smooth soup. It assumes that matter is distributed evenly in every direction, with no massive shapes, no grand designs, and no structural patterns. It implies the universe is beautifully random. It is a comforting thought. It means our reality is predictable. But in early 2024, a researcher at the University of Central Lancashire named Alexia Lopez was looking at a deep space map of light filtered through ancient quasars. And as she looked at the data, the random noise began to organize itself. She wasn't looking at random noise, she was looking at a structure, a near-perfect cosmic ring spanning 1.3 billion light-years in diameter. If you could see it with the naked eye in the night sky, it would take 15 full moons lined up side by side to cover it. They call it the Big Ring. And according to everything we know about physics, its existence is completely impossible. Here is why the Big Ring terrifies astronomers. The universe is roughly 13.8 billion years old. Since the Big Bang, gravity has been working tirelessly to pull matter together to form galaxies. But gravity is slow, and space is unimaginably vast. Physicists have calculated a strict mathematical speed limit for cosmic construction. They determined that the absolute maximum size any structure could reach in the current age of the universe is 1.2 billion light-years. Anything larger simply hasn't had the time to form. Gravity hasn't had the time to build it. Yet, the Big Ring is 1.3 billion light-years wide, and sitting right next to it, in the exact same cosmic neighborhood, is another structure discovered by the same team, the Giant Arc, spanning 3.3 billion light-years. This isn't just a minor mathematical error. This is a structural catastrophe for modern science. It is the equivalent of walking into a completely desolate desert and finding a perfectly constructed, ultra-modern skyscraper built out of sand. The universe hasn't existed long enough for these shapes to be woven, which means they weren't built by our gravity, they were left behind. To explain the impossible, some physicists are turning away from standard cosmology and looking towards a haunting theory proposed by Nobel laureate Sir Roger Penrose. It's called Conformal Cyclic Cosmology. Penrose suggests that the Big Bang was not the beginning of time. Instead, our universe exists in an endless, infinite cycle of deaths and rebirths, an endless succession of cosmic ions. According to this theory, in the extreme far future of our universe, every star dies, every planet dissolves, every atom decays. Eventually, the only things left alive are supermassive black holes, ruling over a cold, empty void. But over trillions of years, even those black holes face a slow, agonizing death through Hawking radiation. As they evaporate, they release a final, catastrophic burst of pure energy into a vacuum. And when that universe finally expires, compressing its empty scale into a new singularity to trigger a new Big Bang, that final burst of energy leaves a scar. Penrose calls them Hawking points. They are the ghost prints of a universe that died before ours was ever born. When our Big Bang exploded, it didn't start with a clean canvas. It inherited the wreckage of the previous reality. The energy from those ancient, dying black holes rippled through the fabric of our infant cosmos, creating massive circular boundaries. When matter began to cool, it had no choice. It was forced to cluster along the edges of these prehistoric scars. And the mystery deepens. When astronomers analyzed the Big Ring in 3 dimensions, they realized it isn't actually a flat, 2-dimensional circle. It is a colossal, multi-billion light-year corkscrew, a macro-gravitational wave frozen into the structural alignment of millions of galaxies. We aren't looking at a random collection of stars. We are looking at the macro-architecture of a dead cosmos bleeding through the floorboards of our own. The Big Ring is a message written in the vocabulary of gravity, screaming a truth we are too afraid to accept. Our universe is merely a tenant in a haunted house. If this cyclic theory is true, it changes the way we view the ultimate fate of humanity. One day, trillions of years from now, our sun will be gone. The Milky Way will fade into darkness. The black holes that sit at the center of our galaxies will finish devouring everything we have ever built. And then, they too will slowly evaporate into the cold, silent night. But it will not be the end. Our triumphs, our failures, and the very matter that makes up our bodies will be compressed, crushed, and radiated out into the void. We will become the violent energy that scars the boundary of the next creation. We will be the ghosts that haunt the sky of the universe that comes after us. Thank you for listening to the Whispers. If you want to continue uncovering the terrifying architecture of our cosmos, subscribe to Whispers in the Dark. Until next time, look closely at the dark. It might be looking back.